So is this the official dark hunting for a fish sandwich not stream?
Yes,
Okay, well that's wonderful.
it's. I have to keep everyone guessing, including myself. Will he find a fish sandwich, and will it be good? Who knows?
And if you do find one, then you can actually do this again in a week or so because you know they have them, and do
Yes.
the official stream.
I don't know how to if I can do it direct with through my my Twitch stream or not.
But you could always have somebody record it for you.
Well, but they to live stream to Twitch onto my channel, I have to hook up something that goes to my channel, and
Oh
maybe
yeah,
I could do that with an app. There is an app now that when I was building my computer, it was supposed to be able to do that, but I don't remember if it just streamed to Discord or if I was able to get it. It was on my stream, right? Didn't it show up on my stream? So I could probably get that to work on my phone, and I could maybe stream
yeah,
live to the channel.
that's interesting.
Because that's the way it ought to be. You ought to be able to stream live to your Twitch channel.
Oh, for
But
sure.
I have to get the code across the key, the code key, security key over to it and stuff.
Yeah, you just happen to have the Twitch app on your phone.
Well, oh, can you stream directly to Twitch from Twitch? You mean?
Probably.
Can you look at that online and see if that's true? Like, can I stream from my phone? How do I stream from my phone to my Twitch channel? That's a good question. I don't know. Uh-oh, there's a line again. Maybe I need to just drive over and look. I don't want to get stuck in a stupid line for 40 minutes.
Let's see, my channel.
I don't see it. I'm gonna get out and look. Be right back.
There he goes. On his mission searching for a fish sandwich. Is he rummaging through the dumpster? We don't know. Is he checking inside to see if the doors are open? We don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Huh.
So I'm out of luck.
Well,
I can get chicken again. I think I'd rather get that at Wendy's though.
did Wendy's have a fish sandwich?
I don't know. They might.
That'd be
They're
fun.
close. Um, the McDonald's one is so bad. I don't think I want to eat that.
Wendy's crispy panko fish sandwich.
That might be good.
Wild
Where
caught.
Where is Wendy's from here?
That doesn't sound too bad, actually.
No, I think Wendy's is down the road, down West 11. Uh oh, somebody's walking behind me. I didn't see them. All right, let's see.
Help! I'm being kidnapped!
What?
I said, help! I'm being kidnapped.
Oh yeah, they won't help you.
Yeah, probably not. Eh, just another white guy getting kidnapped.
Uh oh, this is a one way the wrong way.
Oh.
There's the Gotcha Burger stand right here, but they take a long time. They've got a whole line. They've got like 10 cars in line. And
Wow.
wow. It's a tiny little food cart. And they sometimes screw up your order and then they blame you for it. It's kind of like I wish them the best, but I've heard some really bad stories about like somebody will order something, they'll get it, it'll be wrong. They'll tell them, they'll say, "Oh, we'll do it for you. No charge or something, right, to replace it." Great. And then they come back up and
Try
to
to
get
charge
it,
you for it.
and then they accuse them of trying to get it without paying. It's like, you just told me you were going to give it to me.
That's pretty sad.
What's that?
I said that's pretty sad that they do that.
Yeah, I think they probably just forget when they get busy and stuff. Or one employee tells them that, and then somebody else doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Did Wendy's bring back the fish sandwich? February
I hope.
16th, 2024. Crispy panko fish sandwich.
I like panko, so that's good.
Has to be much better than the soggy panko fish sandwich.
Who makes the soggy one?
Probably the gotcha burger.
Probably. I wonder if they advertise that as a special. Wouldn't they call it like drunken fish sandwich or something like that?
Yeah, they only serve it after 2 a.m. when the bars close.
Yeah. All right, here comes Wendy's. Ooh, I'm right by the donut shop. I wish they had pastries at the donut shop. They just have typical donuts that are pretty ho-hum. Wendy's drive-through looks like it's open, so that's good. Looks like there's a line, though. That's not good. Looks like I can get out of the line if I have to. I got new tires on my truck. It feels so much better now.
Oh, nice. Oh, I gotta get tires for my car. I gotta get my AC done also.
Well, this is going to be a while. I wonder if they have it. I hope they have it. Dum da dum dum ba dum bum ba da bum bum ba dum ba da ba da 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 da.
Hmm. Let's see. Sandwich. Sandwich.
Why does it take people so long to order?
Uh, it's not that it takes so long for them to order. I'm spreading the word.
There's also a Carl's Jr. up there. They might have one too, I suppose. I used to like the famous Star Carl's Jr. burger, and I'd have them put bread and butter pickles on it and extra lettuce, and it was a good burger. Then I think they stopped, and they used to have them for 99 cents also, which was kind of dandy. If this fails, I'm just going to go to Arby's and get the fish sandwich there.
Nice.
Come on, I feel like I'm going nowhere. Going nowhere fast.
Well,
Too bright.
Yeah, that's much better. Now we can see
Yeah,
your wonderful glow.
yes, my rim lighting. Have we ever done any LED conversion of fluorescent tube lights?
No, I don't
So
have any
I have
tube lights anywhere.
5 banks of fluorescent lights out in my garage, and 3 of them are the tubes are bad, right? And then they're covered with dust anyway, and they kind of attract dust for some reason on the inside, just thermal convection, I guess. So it's really dark in there, and so in my laundry room, I had the same. They were recessed lights, but they were fluorescents, and they were not really doing that well. Buddy, go ahead and go. There he goes. And um, I replaced them, but you have to pull the ballast out, and then you have to wire it differently. And they don't give you very good instructions, but because I think, well, LEDs usually require 5 volts DC, and if you pull the ballast out, that takes it from what 40,000 volts down to 110. But you can't feed the 110 to these bulbs; it'll blast them. But that's not the case. They actually have converters, power supply voltage regulators inside the tubes, so you can literally wire them up to the black and the white wires directly. So you just run a small lead wire to one end of the LED, I mean to the tube fixture.
Right.
It's called a tombstone, and you run the other color all the way to the other with a little lead, and then you're done. Put the tubes in, and they work. Um, and if you're going
Nice.
to run, uh, like if you got 2 tubes, then you got to make sure that both sockets get them, at both ends at each end. But it converts the 110 down to 5 volts for the array of LEDs, and it went pretty smoothly. So I bought some more for the garage, and their instructions are horrible, and the wiring in these fixtures was radically different than the other one, and so I was not really sure what to do. So I took a stab at it and turned it on and tripped the breaker. So, well, that probably wasn't right. And then I went back and watched a video. It's like, oh, I just need to give it black on one end and white on the other end, and I can use whatever wires are there to make that happen, and that worked. So I got to go through and wire, and it's so much better. It's so much brighter, and the color balance is better. And I got to go back tomorrow. I got to go through and do the other 4 banks, but they're hard to get to, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Hopefully, I'll be able to maneuver around things.
Right.
My garage is such a mess.
Hey, Crimson, welcome to the second annual Dark Fish Sandwich stream.
Hey, Crimsonite.
Wait, has it been a year already for the
No,
sandwich
It,
hunt?
I don't think it
I don't
has,
know.
but
It's been. We're in a new year, right? So it counts. It's
So what
probably been
are you looking
6.
this time? Are you looking for a chicken sandwich now or chicken burger?
I'm looking for a ice cream burger, but I haven't found one yet.
Ice cream burger in the middle of the night?
No, I'm looking for a fish sandwich. Just an ice cream burger sounds like a better idea.
You do know you can make one of yourself at home, right?
A
oh yeah,
fish
it's not the
sandwich?
same though.
I don't have any
No,
fish.
the ice cream sandwich.
Somebody just did Jennifer just text me?
Where are you?
Yeah, I told her I was going to go try to get a fish sandwich. Okay, I'm driving up here. Let's see what happens.
I don't put it.
Hi, do you guys have a fish sandwich?
I don't.
Why?
Don't carry it.
I really wanted one. Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Well, that's very upsetting.
It's not. It's exactly what we expected, though, isn't it?
I mean, I guess you don't have a corporate store there. It's a franchise.
That's probably true. Yeah. Let's see if Carl's Jr. They're right down the road here. We'll see if they've got one. Does Burger King have one?
The Whaler?
Whaler? Oh yeah, Whaler. I haven't tried theirs. I don't want whale blubber though.
Right. It's kind of chewy.
My hand's really big when I put it here, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Then we can see you're white knuckling the steering wheel.
Ah! I think I'm past Burger King. I don't even see Burger King here anymore. Nope. Got a crescent moon out there. It's so nice having my truck drive nicely again. It was starting to kind of pull to the left really hard. I thought it was just a bad alignment, but it was the tires.
Oh,
And then I got it aligned anyway, just to make sure. But it was so much better when I put the good tires on. I was like, oh, that's the problem.
it's because of all that NASCAR you do. Oh,
I know.
Going in the same direction.
Looking for the fish sandwich. Round and round I go. Okay, we're gonna try Carl's, but I don't know if they have anything. Oh, there's a Burger King right down past them. And I missed the driveway for Carl's. I have to turn here instead. Burger King moved to the corner here. That's funny. Somebody put a 7-Eleven over there? That's weird. I'm building stuff here. All right. I doubt they're going to have one, but we'll ask them.
Let's see.
I wonder if their dining room's open.
Supposedly they have reintroduced panko breaded fish sandwiches for Lent also.
Oh, well, we'll see about that. Charbroiled Santa Fe chicken, guacamole, burger this, that, burger that, this, chicken club.
Guacamole.
Guacamole, a spicy Western bacon cheeseburger. Has jalapenos on it.
Those are good.
I don't like
I
jalapenos.
hate nuts, so forget it.
Jalapenos aren't nuts. They're peppers, like spicy bell peppers, small spicy peppers.
Oh, okay. Oh, jalapeno. Okay. I thought I mistaken it as sounded nuts.
Ah. That's dark inside either.
Someone's going to get behind me. Darn it.
Please don't tell me you're trying to go to Wendy's or some other place to get the same fish sandwich again.
Oh, he's trying like different places this time.
Wendy's didn't have anything.
I don't understand why the restaurant in US is not 24/7.
Not very few are. These guys are probably open till midnight. I imagine through the drive-through.
Well, we have plenty of restaurants open until like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Wow.
How Catholic is your
Wow.
area, Dark?
I wouldn't say it's particularly very Catholic. No,
That might be why you don't get the fish sandwiches.
maybe.
Is there a church for fish? That's why you guys don't eat fish?
Now, Catholics don't eat red meat on
Lent.
During Lent, 40 days of Lent.
The fasting thing. Yeah.
Oh, they have a picture of it. Panko breaded, limited time.
Cool.
I'm gonna try it. I'll get 2 of them, or maybe.
But they grab it now before it's too late.
I know, right?
Get yourself one from me.
Charles Jr., what can I get started for you?
Oh, I guess I pulled forward too much. I would like. How much are your fish sandwiches?
$4.29 by themselves or 2 for $6?
I want 2 for $6, please.
You Anything else for you?
Just a water.
Okay. That would
And
be. Sorry. Go ahead.
and they have what, lettuce and tartar sauce and stuff on them.
Yep. Lettuce and tartar sauce.
All right. Can I have pickles on them, maybe? Or would that cost extra?
Nope.
I'd like some pickles too, please.
Okay.
And lettuce, if I can have it, because that would be tasty.
It has lettuce on it.
Maybe a little extra lettuce.
That's gonna be an additional 50 cents. Is that okay? Well, for each one.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm celebrating something.
With lettuce?
Yeah, for extra lettuce. Okay, that's it.
Lettuce and
Water.
pickles.
Okay, $7. Second one now.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you did
Oh my
it!
gosh. I'm a success. And I haven't tried this before, so it'll be good to know what it's like. But it's a limited time.
Yeah, just during Lent.
I want it
So
good. I want it all the time.
it costs less than $3. That's cheap.
$3. It probably doesn't have any real fish in it.
Let's see. This says, what is this? Panko breaded fish sandwich
It's-
for Lent.
As
Pollock.
long as it tastes fishy, it's fine, you know.
Yeah,
So it's pollock.
yeah, it's pollock.
Oh well,
It's okay. It's still a fish
could
sandwich.
be better than what does McDonald's use now? Some weird fish.
Um,
It was not good.
yeah, it was not a good sounding.
It didn't taste good. Didn't sound good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who just bopped in? Bopped. He bopped.
It's Drax. Drax.
Drax,
Hey, Drax.
you're in time.
You made it.
So, this is a relevant stream, is it? This is the glorious I'm going to go get a fish sandwich.
Yeah, but
Yes.
he has
Yes.
achieved
Yes.
the fish sandwich.
He just got it.
But can I
I
say
just
it's not actually a fish sandwich, because if you look at it, it looks like a burger, because it's a fish burger.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird,
Yeah.
because they call it and have a picture of it, and they say fish sandwich.
Yeah, imagine that.
I understand what you Americans call it, and I understand why you're as a country deluded in that fallacy. It's fine, but like, show us the fish sandwich. Get your camera and show us the fish sandwich.
Right.
Huh?
I will. I think what's funny though is after this, I'm probably going to go to Dairy Queen and get an ice cream burger.
No, you won't be,
Nice.
because there aren't ice cream burgers, Dark. They don't exist.
Of course they do. It's
No,
ice
they
cream
don't.
between two pieces of dark bread.
Well, that doesn't qualify a burger, Dark. That could also qualify as a sandwich.
Or
Well,
would it be a biscuit?
All burgers are sandwiches.
No, it wouldn't. All burgers have the function of being sandwiched. Two breads being sandwiched. Absolutely.
So they are sandwiches.
Almost like you
but
call
the
it
rest-
a sandwich.
The rest of the world likes nuance. It doesn't need instruction. So it likes to distinguish things like a croissant,
Yeah, we're not
like a
talking about that.
baguette.
We're not talking about those.
You know all these different names for
a
bread.
fish sandwich.
You know, do you understand all these? There are all these different names for loaves and breads out there, Dark.
Yeah,
It's not
we
just
don't-
called
We
bread.
understand them. We just don't.
Nah, it's
understand
just
when you
called
have them
bread.
backwards.
I
That's
think
what we don't
we'll just
understand.
call it bread. Nah, it's just bread. What distinguishes that bread from the other bread? Nothing. We just call it bread. That's what it is, mate. It's just bread. That's ridiculous, Dark. There's nuance.
There
What's
is.
the nuance between
Sandwich.
having it backwards and having it forwards? It's
be honest
either
with you, I don't know.
it's a binary choice. It's
Look,
either-
I just inherited the culture that I'm in. I'm sorry. I can't
least you-
explain it.
At
I
least
just
you
inherited
admit
it.
I hope they hurry it with my sandwich and it doesn't get cold because this guy in front of me.
I want to have a look at this fish sandwich.
You
so
should
I
go
can-
online and look at Carl's Jr.
Carl's
Oh, Carl
Carl's
Jr. Yeah.
Jr.
We have that too
Yeah.
in Malaysia.
Menu. Okay, menu.
fish
And
sandwich.
what do they call? And what do they call the fish sandwich in Malaysia?
Crispy fish sandwich is what they call it here.
Well, they called it fish burger here. It's not
Ah!
sandwich.
Fish burger here. Now, let's go by the numbers, Dark. Let's do this by the numbers. How much is the population of America, roughly?
380 million people.
Right, 380 people. If I include China
at
and
those.
India, I'm already dwarfing you, although they
I know.
probably have their own language for it in Chinese and
Bisexual and
Indian
extroverted.
and Hindu.
He's at the
Can
window.
I
Hold on.
catch it? Sorry, I missed that. What was the number you came up
What's that?
with? I'm talking to.
I'm sorry.
I'm streaming.
I'm sorry.
I'm live streaming to my fans who are really bored.
They're burgers. They're clearly burgers. That's a burger bun.
But it is called a fish sandwich.
Only in America. Only in America.
That's the only place
Drax.
you're going to get this.
Drax. Please,
Probably.
Drax, you had to.
Oh, you can get it in
You don't.
Malaysia. You can get it
It's
in
almost-
Malaysia.
I mean, come on, man. US, what they do, they always relabel as their product. That's what they do.
What do they call it in Malaysia? The same thing. They call it a fish burger.
They call it fish
Yeah,
burger.
and it ends it with a burger at the back, Dark.
But it has no hamburger. How can it be a burger without hamburger?
Because it's a fish burger, not a hamburger.
It's a hamburger has hamburger.
Yeah, that's right. That's a hamburger. This is a fish burger.
It's not. There's no burger. It's just fish. So you have to call it a sandwich.
No, the bun is a burger bun, Dark, so it's a burger.
Bun
just
is a
bread.
burger bun. We define
Just
it by the bread type,
It's a
not by the
sandwich.
filling.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Yay! The second
All right.
annual dark stream for fish sandwich is a success.
It's underway.
So that took how long, Doug?
10
I had to go to
12
three
minutes.
places.
Yep.
3? Really? 3? Why?
Yeah, because the first two didn't have anything.
Is that because you said sandwich instead of burger and they didn't know what you were talking
Oh,
about?
you know,
Yeah.
he might have a point.
Yeah.
He
But
might-
I didn't want to admit that on my stream. They looked at me funny and it's pretty big. It's substantial.
What, the burger?
oh,
Yeah, look at that. It's even round like a burger.
Yeah,
There
it's a
could be ketchup
big
in
giant
here, but-
burger.
Baby any.
So is this you sneaking out and leaving your wife and mother-in-law and daughter so you can sneak out and get like a midnight meal?
I told Jennifer I was going to go get one, that I was hungry and I was going to go get one. And I was going to. And she said, "Are you going to
So-
stream it?" I said I wasn't going to, but I can.
A Carl
she's
Jr.
watching right
set
This looks pretty good.
is like
guys.
what, $3?
You
So
can't
how much
really
does
see-
it cost you,
It's hard
Dark?
to see, but look, it's a pretty big piece of fish. It's pretty
Yeah.
thick.
that doesn't look bad.
I have extra lettuce on it. The fish
It looks
goes-
like a nice. It looks like a very minimalist fish burger, Dark. To be honest.
Yeah,
List.
but again, Dark, how much you get it for the whole set? $3?
Well, it's got lettuce and a fish fillet and some bread. I mean, that's not a great
And
fish
tartar
burger.
sauce. And
It has
It is-
pickles too.
Well, I can't see the pickles. So I don't know.
Yes, he specifically asked
So
for
that-
pickles.
You got for like $3 for the whole set, right?
two for
it costs
$6.
Two for $6. Yeah.
I got extra lettuce though.
Or 6.
So
So
$7 for
Mhm.
two.
God, that's
Ah.
cheap. That's so cheap.
it's cheap.
This is the biggest piece of fish of any of the ones I've tried. It's hot. It's crispy. It's flavorful.
So Dark, in my country, a Carl's Jr. set burger, just a set, one burger, it will cost like almost $6. So if I get two, it cost me $12.
This is a good fish sandwich.
You know what you could be doing right now? You could be
Eating?
at your computer, setting up your joystick and HOTAS unit or joysticks
Yeah, he could. It
for
is
Macro
Monday.
5. Macro 5. That's what you could be doing.
This might actually be more fun.
Thanks. No, he's too busy with clear his house with all the dead possum around. You know, he's still digging the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
He's busy adding cholesterol to his body.
Vitamin. What is it? What does fish have? Vitamin E.
Omega
Omega 3s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Omega 3. Yeah.
And it's not all fish,
But-
and it's not great how you cooked it. So like they fried it.
Salmon
I
has
should-
it.
Salmon has it, yeah.
I mean,
No.
yeah, it's not a deep sea salmon, so it's not gonna have all the nice omegas.
This is good. This is the best fish sandwich I've had for a long time.
Well, that's good. I reckon the best fish sandwich I've ever had is made by New Zealanders.
Don't they make
You reckon?
fish burger?
They make fish burgers.
Uh,
That's right.
for me, the
What
best
what
thing
would
is
make it a fish sandwich for us is if it was actually just using sliced bread. That is what would make it a sandwich.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's using a
but
burger bun, it's a burger.
I think my
This is
best
bread,
my
and the fish is
best
sandwiched between the two pieces of bread.
Yeah, but again, it's not actually just bread, is it? Because it's a type of bread. Like you do distinguish types of bread in your country, I assume.
is a
Mm-mm.
hamburger. It's a
Oh,
hamburger.
baguette is the
It's a
same
burger bun.
as a burger bun, is the same as a loaf of bread, as the same
Yeah,
as a baguette.
yeah,
No, I don't believe you.
it's all the same.
No,
I don't believe you. I'm sure there are shops that call their bread types different names. So when you
yep.
go to a baker, when you go to a local baker, do you have bakers in America where they actually cook fresh bread and you go down there
No,
and buy it?
Nope.
no.
I will show you. Croissants pick up.
Where do you
Facts,
get your bread
facts.
from?
Don't forget, they always use
Grocery
machine to
We
store.
make.
have
They
a
don't do homemade breads.
Sorry, where?
Look at the image I just
No, most
posted.
of them use machine to make the bread. Not many using the handmade. I know
Well, how
there's
do you
some, but
call
they're
why would you call that a hamburger in that picture call said when there's no meat in it?
They're hamburger buns.
Right.
it's
That's
just
a
a
hamburger
burger.
bun. So you do distinguish types of bread in your country.
Yes, it is a
Just
hamburger.
because
And
someone
that
doesn't,
type of bread is a hamburger bun.
Yes, it
So
is
it's
a
a
just because,
hamburger
burger
bun.
bun.
just because
Yeah.
someone misappropriates the use of a hamburger bun on
Right.
something besides hamburger doesn't make everything a hamburger.
That's my point, Doc. You're just arguing my point.
I'm not calling this a fish hamburger.
It is a fish hamburger now.
You wouldn't call it a fish hamburger. You'd call it a fish burger because it's using burger
Yeah,
buns.
fish
I
burger.
wouldn't call it a
Yeah.
fish burger
Because it's using burger buns, Doc.
because it's a fish sandwich.
All right. So
That's
what if it was like between two, like if the bread that was being used was croissants? What would you call it then?
I would call it a deep sea croissant.
So the bread does define the function, and you're using burger buns, and therefore that's a
No,
fish burger.
it's true that croissants define things because they're so much better than just bread.
That's true.
So
Really
they
unlucky.
they take precedence, right? It's like, well, you could have this piece of bread or a biscuit or a bun or toast or croissant. Anything that goes on a croissant certainly then suddenly becomes something croissant or croissant something.
well. Recently, there's a bakery in New York claimed themselves the bread is croissant,
Actually,
but
Drax,
it's actually a croissant roll.
we have a lot of bakeries and there's some really good bakeries here in my town.
I know.
I'm
Jennifer's
sure
is
there
very
must
good,
be.
makes some really good bread too.
Yeah, but she just
My
doesn't
mom
call it
is the
bread,
best
right?
bakery I ever know.
Yeah, that's good.
This one's hot too. It's still hot. This is a win.
Well, like you said, it's a limited time edition, so you don't get to eat it every time. So yeah.
Still crunchy.
Well, at this point, I'm completely bored watching you eat your own fish burger.
I'm not bored.
No, I know. When are you going home and actually
The
jumping
big
on, or you're not going to?
fish. What? I'm going home
You're not
after I
actually. You're not Twitch streaming, by the way.
I know. I don't know how to from here. I have to install an app probably.
Yeah.
This is a good deal.
It is $7 for 2 burgers. That's great.
It's
It's
cheap.
it's even better for 2 fish sandwiches.
Because if in my country I want to get the two burger from the Carl's Jr., it's gonna cost like 12 to $14 USD.
Yeah, same with mine. Definitely.
You know why it's so cheap here? Because we stole it off the coast of Australia.
What?
Well, the Chinese did, and they brought it over to us.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now you can blame on us, huh? The Chinese stole it and then they
No,
illegally sold to the US.
they fished all the fish and brought it over to us.
Yeah, and then sold it to you guys as illegal is as what illegal logistics.
Yes. So I have posted 6 different brands of buns that all say hamburger buns on them, even though they're some of them
I
are
know, but
brioche.
like it's American. Yeah, that's right. It's Americans doing it, right? So like, of course you're going to operate with inside your lexicon.
Hmm.
It's
Um,
always the
I
American
mean, I
way,
understand,
right?
but like it's fine. I just the
Right.
rest of the world
This is the
loves you.
American man. They would take anything from different countries and say it's American made, but deep down they know it's not made by them.
No, I think potentially we did sort of look at the history of the hamburger. Although I've got to say, it was the internet, and so therefore it's probably American biased anyway. But it does seem like the hamburger, the way it evolved, even though culturally it evolved not from strictly an American, it evolved from a German or someone like
No,
that
no.
who lived in America. So it was like first, second generation kind of thing. It first came into being in America, and I'm happy you made it. Like because it's gone around the world, and we've
We've only done a few
improved.
things that are great, like, inventing the hamburger, going
Yeah.
to the moon.
Well, I mean, some people dispute that. Even Americans, some Americans dispute that too. But I don't know.
Oh, that's
I
true.
don't know. Yeah, because the Earth's still flat and such, right?
I just made it harder.
It did, yeah. Being on a disc and all that.
Yeah. I saw a meme picture. It showed all the different planets, and then it had a flat Earth that was square, and then it was saying like, "Oops, looks like there's a problem," right, for flat earthers. But
Yeah.
it immediately made me want to actually defend flat earthers, because no flat earther that I've ever seen talk about it thinks that the Earth is flat and
And
square.
square. Yeah,
They think it's flat and round. So it's like a straw man argument. They haven't proved how dumb it is yet.
I don't think I've ever met an actual proper flat earther,
I
to my
have.
knowledge, anyway.
The guy is the guy I know that's a flat earther is anti-vax. He's like all conspiracy theories. There was no moon landing. The whole
Wow, everything.
thing. Uh, JFK was an inside job. The works. Yeah.
Aliens made the pyramids.
I never asked him about that one, but I would not doubt that that's what he thinks because he's a big fan of Stargate.
Didn't
Oh,
we
yeah.
have that debate? Didn't we have that debate on your channel? I mean, about lost technology or something. We were arguing the bent that there's lost technology or something. You always were reminding us that there's some of this stuff seems actually quite simple and you can do it today. But there's all these videos of engineers trying to duplicate the construction and they fail at it drastically. That we just don't know how the earlier pyramids were made. Like they lifted all that stone and got it to the quarry and
Is
We
cut
just
it like
different.
that.
It's a different technology, Drax. It's a different civilization. They use the different tech that we never have utilized and explored.
They used a trench full of water to level the base. They
No,
bored.
Dark. That's
Yes, they
inaccurate.
did. We know they built that way. They used
Dark.
concrete made from.
There's
I do love
early
this.
solid
I love this
proof
debate.
shows that the Egyptian did not build the pyramid. It was someone else. Okay, they are just a claimer. Otherwise, the Sphinx it will not be the body of a lion. It should be on Taurus because 5,000 years ago, the horoscope that
And
shines
started.
on the sky at that time, it will be a Taurus, not a lion. You know,
but they
The,
not
had
a Leo.
lions. They had lions in
they had
Africa.
lion.
So
Yeah,
No,
and
I
it's
know
not
what you say, but
not new for having artists blend
no,
things
Dark.
together to
The problem
illustrate
is
things.
the spin's location is on facing against the star chart. not because on a certain place, not because of following an enemy. They are following the star, and the star that time, 12,000 years ago.
I know the
Sorry,
pyramids
1,200 years
line
ago.
up to, is it the
12,000 years ago. Yeah,
belt of
is
Orion
a
or something
Leo.
like that?
Yeah, because you're following the
Yeah.
horoscope during that
But
on
they
the
were, but
sky.
people were totally into watching the stars for signs, and that's just not a big deal. We have
And
we have records of ancient
honestly,
cultures
I do
being
not
very
think
aware of
there's
stars, their planetary orbits, and observing detailed notes about stars and planets.
they have their pyramid is too precise to be handmade.
No,
Every single pyramid they have, the alignment to the north and south is perfect. Not even a degree wrong, that not even a single degree. And you
I'd be
tell
like
me
to
they do
think.
it with the water change thing, that is completely BS from the scientific way, okay? I do not accept it because it doesn't make us any sense.
that what is.
Hmm?
I couldn't understand the last part you said. What doesn't make sense?
No, because the alignment of the pyramid against the north, south, east, and west is perfect. It doesn't run off a single degree. Not even 1 degree is off. It's perfect alignment. Every single pyramid they found on that site in Egypt, every single one of them is built perfectly. Now, if you tell me this is handmade using the water change tag, I do not buy that because using that way, that rough way to do the pyramid, it's gonna run off a few degrees, like it or not.
I disagree. I disagree. We can build stuff right now with simple tools that is
No, that
exactly on in line with the North Star if we
So,
want to.
Dart,
no,
can I
that
can I ask?
We
Because
just have to pay attention.
this kind of debate's kind of just going to go around in circles. Could I
Yeah.
ask? Because I'm not bothered by either side of this debate. It's intellectually interesting to me to hear about how we've lost tech, lost civilization, kind of stuff. Because it is just interesting to think about. But have you seen? Because there are videos of these these engineers and these builders that come on board and say, well, if we were going to build this thing, how do we build it? And they do propose interesting alternates to say what was the mainstream idea, because the mainstream's idea has changed over time, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't
Right.
back in the 40s, it was it was done like this. Then back in the 70s, it was done like this. So it's not as
Yeah.
if mainstream view on how they built it hasn't changed over time.
Yeah.
But in terms of I don't really care if they're aliens or not. And I don't really care if aliens were involved in the building of it because they're not paying my bills. So I don't really care about if aliens exist or not. But it is interesting to watch some of these videos on kind of the argument that we have lost technology and that technology was used to build some of these things we've now discovered as now more accepted because a lot of this stuff wasn't even being accepted by mainstream historians, ancient historians. They were protecting their turf kind of thing. Obla Teki in Turkey, and they've got even a larger one next door to it now that they're talking about. And then there's these sites over in South America they talk about. And I'm not well versed in it to be arguing either point, but it is interesting to sort of watch their theories and sort of you might be worth it might be worth your time to sort of delve into it a little bit because you seem to have a different view
I
than most of
have,
the people on the
and I
channel.
find it always fascinating and not persuasive.
Right.
Because then I go look and see what the other alternatives are, and at least one or two are usually better of an explanation.
I know
What
that,
was the
but
last
And
one?
I,
What was
I
the
have a
last
pretty
one?
high view of ancient history uh, accomplishments of what they can and can't do, just from
Yeah.
being studying the Bible and ancient Near Eastern cultures and stuff over my lifetime almost now. And we tended to underestimate the ability and the intelligence of people because they were 1,000 years ago. Well, they were just as smart as we were. In many cases, they were smarter because they had to memorize everything, not just look it up on a phone and stuff. And no, they didn't have the electronic technology. there was a Baghdad battery that they had, a low voltage battery that was a acid in a jar with a pitch, that had an anode, a cathode in it, and a pitch seal cork kind of thing on top, and you could use that to do stuff. We don't know what they did with it, but it wasn't like high technology. But the fact that they actually could create batteries and manipulate electricity to some degree, nobody would have ever guessed that back then. They could make ice in the desert because they understood how evaporation would chill water, and they could put trays of water out at night, and it would, because the air was so dry, it would evaporate, and most of the water would evaporate, but it would leave a sheet of ice on this tray in the morning, so they'd have ice for the next day. There was in the city of Ur, they discovered a library of 20,000 volumes of tablets and stuff, including legal documents and plays and theater. And
yeah, but my understanding, Doug, is that
they
the
dabbled with
the
brain
new
surgery and
with when we talk about the
cosmetics.
pyramids, hang on, Doug. When we talk about the pyramids specifically, there are these like different time periods in which they were built, and which, oh no, I just died. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, bugger. Hang on, I'm about to die. I've lost everything. There were these different time periods in which like older pyramids, newer pyramids are built on older structures. So like what we see now as some of the stone in the newer dynasties, for example, was built on these larger stones, which are definitely different, and definitely like the way they were put together seem to be different. And I think that's where a lot of this discussion centers on is, how did they get these larger pieces? Because these are massive pieces. These aren't like the newer, smaller pieces. How did they get them from the quarries there? That seems to be the sort of like the discussion around.
Yeah, and one very plausible solution to that, answer to that,
Mm.
was, and there's a YouTube video on it that came out maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Some archaeologists discovered that they made concrete, and they would just pile up the regolith of the desert, and they had a cement that naturally occurs over there. They could put and mix with it, put water in, and they stomp around with it with their feet.
So they made
Or
it there. So they made it on site, is
so
what
they
you're
made it
saying.
on site in a form,
Oh,
right? They made
okay.
a form and they poured it in there and mixed it up, and it kept pouring and mixing and pouring and mixing, and they made concrete. And that's why the joints are razor thin, is because they're just pouring it right on top of the previous stone.
Okay.
And they made a multi-ton, 10-ton block of concrete right there in the video in a day, just two or three of them, right?
Do you have a link to that video?
No, I saw it a long, long time ago. But it was like, well,
Oh,
duh, that would make a lot of things a lot simpler if they
yeah.
actually use that technique. And that's a technique that's been around for thousands of years over there in the Middle East, that we, in our modern cement, culture of using Portland cement and all of our different, high tech cement additives and stuff that we sometimes play with, we just hadn't been aware of, right? And they show holes that are bored through granite, and they're like nearly perfectly straight, and they're several inches across, and they go for several feet or more deep into solid granite. And the conspiracy theorists will say, well, there's no way they could have done that without modern technology. We have a hard time coring through, stone that way, and we use diamond drills and stuff, and yet you can actually take a piece of wood and put, or bamboo works better, but you could take a piece of wood and hollow out the center so your cutting edge isn't huge, and you can put pitch on the end of it and embed it with garnet stone, which was readily available. And this is what they actually used back in that time period. And then you put a rope around it with a bow across, and you get a guy on each side, and you go back and forth, and it spins the bamboo, and you keep water. You make a little dam with pitch right around the hole so the water stays in there. And you keep water in there, and then you just go back and forth, and it spins that bit. You've made an organic bit basically back and forth, and it cuts through. And after about an hour, you've drilled almost a foot deep, and you pull it out, and you put a piece of iron or bronze in there, and pry it, and it snaps off, and you pull it out, and you start again. So you can go multiple feet in a day with that technology, and it's bamboo and pitch and garnet and a rope, right?
What do you think they're really arguing? Like this discussion seems to center around whether aliens built the pyramids, whether there was a civilization, a different hang on, Crimson, a different civilization entirely, or whether it's just that we've lost technology.
Well, would I even call that technology?
It was.
Yes. It's
well,
rudimentary.
It wasn't the apes. It wasn't the apes doing it, was it? Like,
right,
I mean,
right.
there was
it's
tools.
Rudimentary technology. It's almost a technique more than a technology. Because our technology is so much more advanced now than that. But they could do the things we did quite well. And when you've got
all right, so I've heard that. So Crimson, what are you actually arguing about? Like, is this an argument, and what are you arguing about? Because I never quite understand what people are arguing about in this sort of stuff.
No, it's quite simple. There's two things happened 12,000 years ago. First, a catastrophic event happened. A meteor has hit the Earth and caused a crazy massive flood, tsunami, destroyed the world entirely, sink the previous fourth civilization. Some live and they managed to make it up back to Africa and stay there. And another 5,000-6,000 years, they have Egypt and other civilization until now. So we are considered the younger Dryas generations after the flood. So right now there's a problem with Egyptian scientists, the archaeologists, because they refuse to believe that such event has happened and the pyramid wasn't built by the.
Oh, they refuse that the Younger Dryas happened. Is that what you're saying? The catastrophic event?
Yes, a lot of scientists denying that.
Which catastrophic event are you talking about?
It's called it's a period in the Younger Dryas where there was a catastrophic event in which the world went into flood, as I understand it.
So it's a flood story that is global or just regional?
It's global. Remember I told you there was a flood of tsunami waves at least 400 feet high?
Yeah, but that 400-foot high waves would wipe out almost all life on Earth, right? If not all. 400-foot wave will go up an awfully tall mountain.
It does, Derek. And 12,000 years is a long period. Look at China. We have a best example. We have 5,000 years of a civilization history, but whatever beyond 3,000 years ago, it hardly can be found unless they are well kept. Otherwise, you will not find anything. There's nothing is left in terms of time other than stuff made of stone, but we have so many challenges on the weather.
But that doesn't seem like. Why is that contradictory to say that? Like, I'm fine to believe there was a Younger Dryas and there's a flood. I mean, as a religious person, Dark, I assume you believe in the flood story.
I do believe there's over 350 civilizations and cultures that have flood stories, right?
Yeah, which is why they thought it was a worldwide event, and then why the Younger Dryas argument is saying, because they talk about how the Mediterranean was flooded, which then flooded everything. They talk about, I mean, I've looked into a little bit, but I don't know a lot.
Often gets translated as being a worldwide flood, but it makes probably more sense, and you can get scientific evidence to back up the more sense that it was the world was flooded, and the world to the ancient Near Eastern author was the known world to them. Because most Old Testament accounts most biblical accounts are written from a phenomenological perspective, meaning they're written from the perspective of someone who's describing what they see, and everywhere they look, everything's flooded, and everywhere where they know about, everything's flooded. And to them, that's the whole Earth, right? They don't think, there may be a North Pole that we, didn't get flooded. They don't even think like that. They just think everything known to man was flooded, and that would be an accurate
translation of what that picture is there. And if you go and look at satellite data, you can go look in that region and see there was a massive flood thousands of years ago, about 4,000 years ago.
What exactly are you guys arguing against then? Like, I don't quite.
I'm not
like
arguing against there being a flood. I'm arguing against there being alien civilization that came and built the pyramid.
So for you it was about.
For that.
Right. For you, there's not an alien civilization, and for you, Crimson, there is an alien civilization. Is that what we're arguing about?
No, I was trying to argue that the pyramid was built by the fourth civilization. We are currently the fifth. It was built by them. They have something that we don't have.
Right. So there was a precursor human civilization that built the pyramids. Is that okay?
Yes,
I don't think that we had any. I'm not going to quibble whether or not there was a pre or that other civilization. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I kind of doubt it, but it's easy for those to overlap anyway, right? My quibbling is that I don't see any evidence for this high technology that existed because we don't have any artifacts of it other than things that we can show can be built by existing technologies from the time period.
Now, Dara, hold on. I can have a little proof